Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Six and Below. This week, we're journeying to Detroit in the near future, or pretty much now, with RoboCop 2. I'm Erik.
That's right.
This is Darren.
Welcome into our new studio layout.
What do you think, guys? Let us know down in the comments. Thank you.
It's got to deserve a subscribe.
It has.
Really
a
has.
light alone. Yeah. Anyway.
Cue the intro.
Cue that fucking intro.
RoboCop
2.
One thing I'm going to say, though.
Yeah, go on.
This film could do with a little bit of League of Gentlemen.
What do you mean?
Letting us know what frigging year it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, they rammed that year down our throat in League of Gentlemen. In this, no idea.
No.
But I'm going to assume it's now because I've never been to Detroit personally, but I hear bad things.
It's meant to be getting better than what it used to be anyway.
Well...
But at one point, yeah.
Well, RoboCop's worked hard. I need to get it better than he used to be.
I wonder if Eminem knew him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He went down to the 8 Mile.
Down to 8 Mile. Rap about this, dickhead. The thing is, though, right? This would be the Americans' version of Chappie.
It is, kind of, yeah.
In a way. So if the Americans are like, Chappie, oh my beer, we don't mess about. We combine the moose with the scout and we make RoboCop. But just in case, we do make the moose as well.
They do actually have the moose. In the first one, anyway.
In the first one, they do, yeah. The first one is basically the moose. Oh, well, I'm making it sound like RoboCop have copied from Chappie, but it's there's clearly a massive age gap between them both. Like 25, 30 years?
About that, yeah, because this was 1990.
Yeah. Well, pretty much. Yeah. What was Chappie 2015?
Yeah, 2015.
Anyway, we're not there to talk about Chappie. We're here to talk about RoboCop.
We're talking about Chappie. Go check out our podcast for Chappie.
Yeah, please do.
It's a good one.
It's
quite funny.
It is a good one.
Right, should we get straight into the clip quiz?
Yeah, let's
know what it's about.
Clip quiz will be, it'll have an actor from this film, and you've just got to basically guess what film it is, just from this short
Pretty
clip.
Much. You ready?
I am ready.
You ready for it?
I'm ready. Steady, go.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Ready.
Do you remember that guy that was on all the talk shows? What was his name? He's from Israel or someplace. He used to bend keys, fix watches, took Polaroids of himself in the dark.
Yuri Geller.
Maybe Carol Ann.
Please, not you two.
Yep. The spoon-bending guy himself, Yuri Geller. That's the film.
That is the film?
Oh.
I was going to say, they made a film about Yuri Geller.
The life of Yuri Geller. Spoonbender.
Spoonman. Mate, have you ever watched some videos of him online, like where people are kind of debunking him because he's an absolute idiot?
Well, it was kind of like not real.
Well, obviously, yeah. Well, obviously. You know, you just insulted a load of Yuri Geller fans out there, so...
If you know what the film that is, let us know down below in comments.
I have not got a clue.
Oh.
Not got a clue, mate.
You know who it's starring?
I'm going to guess Peter Weller, but that also might have been that other bird.
Which bird?
The,
Anne?
Lewis. Anne Lewis.
Anne Lewis, that's who it was.
Was it? I
The
don't
actress.
think I've
I can't
ever
remember
seen
her
her in
name.
anything else.
It was like 2 weeks ago I'd done that. I can't remember.
Nancy Allen is her name.
That's the one. Don't be searching.
I'm not searching. I'm just...
Keep me checking. You're there.
No, I'm just got me notes up. Just
right, okay.
Because obviously I do the cast list. I can quickly find her name, Nancy Allen.
Yes.
All right. Okay. You're very accusing, mate. You're very accused.
Let's be honest with you, folks. He's cheated more than once in the past.
I have not. I've never cheated.
Hmm?
I've never cheated.
The Town?
in a pub quiz. Huh?
The Town.
The Town. Oh, with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, forgot about that one. All right, once.
Once.
Once in 63 episodes, I've cheated. Once.
Um,
Except for that one time I came out and you were doing the clip quiz right in front of me while I was sat here, and I'm like, mate, I'm not supposed to know what this is.
yeah, that was a little bit late.
Yeah.
Bad day at work.
Bad day.
Right,
bad
okay,
day.
Vitals, let's get straight into this anyway.
Yeah, anyway, before we start, if you're new to the podcast, we are 6 and Below movie podcast. We rate movies that are rated 6 or below on IMDb, or we rate movies that are below 60% audience and critics on Rotten Tomatoes. So if you have any film recommendations, that's the criteria. Leave it in the comment, and we leave it in the comments, should I say, and we will get round to it. We'll add it to our list.
So the supercomputer can let us know.
Yep.
That's the noise it makes.
That is the noise it makes.
It does.
As it goes through. And then we have to go and check to see if we can actually find it on a streaming service.
Yeah. And sometimes, more often than not, we get one set up and Mr. Bezos removes it.
Yeah, Amazon have a sneaky little, I don't know, it's like someone from Amazon must watch our videos and go, shit, they're going to review one of our films, right, take it down. Yeah, it's happened so many times, it's not even a coincidence anymore.
You know, we have a little thing with like Amazon star rating 4.5.
Yes.
He's on everything.
Everything.
Guess what, guys? Our next film we're going to be reviewing, Borderlands.
Oh, shit.
2024 version of Borderlands.
4.5.
It's 4.
4! Oh.
So you know it's going to be bad.
It's going to be really bad. If Amazon have fucking dropped half a star, it's going to be definitely bad.
Yes.
What is it on IMDb? Isn't it like 4 or something?
I think it's like 32 or something.
On IMDb?
I think it is, yeah.
32?
I think it's something around that region.
Out of 10?
Oh, sorry. Rotten Tomatoes, that isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to say.
But yeah, something like 3.8 out of 4.
Well, yeah, it's got to be like 4.7 it is on IMDb.
Still a bit high.
Still a bit high.
It's bad.
You've watched it, haven't you? You've watched it.
I watched it last week.
I've
It was
not
terrible.
seen it yet.
Right, okay, let's get on to RoboCop 2 anyway.
Yeah,
Vitals.
go on.
Released in 1990, runtime 2 hours, IMDb rating 5.8, Metacritic 42, Amazon star rating
4.5.
That is right. Rotten Tomatoes 28%, critics, audience 37, budget 14 million.
14 million.
Now that's a high budget for the year.
I think it was all that stop motion.
I mean, there's more stop motion than CGI, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, it was
I really like
watching-
how they did it though.
It was really.
Yeah, I liked it.
They look like Jason and the Argonauts, but with robots.
You know, you're talking, what, 35 years old?
I know, but still, I don't know. I didn't like it. I think it took you out of the film.
Yeah, it did kind of take you out of the film. And you got Jurassic Park, which is around a similar year.
Yeah.
And that held up a lot better.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot better.
Right, okay, other top grossing films. Oh, box office gross, by the way, 45 million.
Oh right.
But it made money.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
What was the budget again?
14.
14. It made
Yeah.
25. Reckon it broke even with marketing and that?
45.
45.
Yeah.
Right.
Not 25.
Oh, 45.
Yeah, 45. 4, 5.
4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Okay, 4 and 5. All right. No.
Other top grossing films of 1990. Number 1 was Home Alone with 290 million.
Oh, yeah. That was real. That was like one of the highest grossing films at the time, wasn't it?
Really big. Oh, number 1.
Someone definitely sold the soul for that one. No, I mean, not just that year. I mean, overall,
Yeah.
it was one of the highest grossing films ever.
Yeah, to date at the time.
Today, at the time,
Yeah.
in 1990.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a guess about it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to try and describe the film of number 2 of 1990.
Go on.
I'm trying to say it without giving it away too much. It's a guy and a girl that fall in love and one dies too early.
Guy and a girl who falls in love and one dies too early. One dies too early.
I thought you would have got it straight away off that.
No, a guy and a girl who fall in love. Oh, Romeo and Juliet. No,
I can see where you're coming from.
no. 1999.
Pottery Table.
Oh, Ghost.
Yeah. 217 million.
Right. Pottery Table.
Got it straight away.
Straight away, mate.
Right, okay. And number 3, the guy likes to party with animals.
Ace Ventura. No. Party Animals. No. I don't know. It's not even a film. Likes to party with animals. Jungle Book.
No.
Go on.
You give up?
I give up.
Right, okay. Stars Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Dances with Wolves. Party with Animals.
184 million. Might start doing this every week, you know.
Yeah,
See if you can get it. It's like a game of like charades, but what's it called? There's a game like that, isn't it, where you describe what it is, but
yeah, it's like explaining a movie badly.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Can't remember the official name of it anyway. Okay, this movie was ranked 28th.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to do the same with these other films.
Right. Because are they really obscure?
Oh, actually. I might be able to do them, actually. It's not as bad as I thought. Okay, the first one is higher grossing than this film.
Right.
He gets sent into a war zone with really bad camouflage.
Into a war zone with really bad camouflage. Have we done this film?
Yeah.
Really bad camouflage, war zone. It's not missing in action, is it?
No.
No. Really bad camouflage. 1990.
Yeah.
Warzone. Oh, Street Fighter.
No.
Oh.
I thought you had it then.
No. What?
Captain America.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
I couldn't say Nazi camps. You give it away.
Right. Right.
Okay.
So this was higher grossing than Captain America?
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
Which was obvious because it was 10 grand.
Yeah. They only released it in Yugoslavia. Didn't they?
Well, that's it. Yeah. Okay, the next one, it was higher grossing than. They're not so old, but they shoot.
Not so old, but they shoot.
But it's the second one.
Young Guns, too.
Yeah.
They're not so old.
And next one is number 2 of the sequel anyway. Dead easy. Just don't feed them after midnight.
Oh, Gremlins. Too.
Yeah.
Okay.
This wasn't too bad. Do you want to let us know who it's written?
What I don't get about Gremlins is it's always after midnight.
It's always after midnight.
Yeah, so does that mean you can't feed them full stop? You can't get them wet? Can't turn them on or anything, especially the female ones?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get them turned on.
Can't make them wet, mate. You can't make them wet. Anyway.
He goes there already. What, we've been recording like 10 minutes into it.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying. I didn't make the law. It's just that you can't get them wet.
Yeah, okay.
So just don't wear any sexy outfits on them. Anyway, moving on. This was directed by a guy called Irving Kershner.
Yes.
32 directing credits on IMDb.
Okay.
Now, he has a couple of good films under his belt.
Okay.
Most notable was Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. 8.7 from 1980. And then Never Say Never Again.
Is that the same director as all this? Okay.
Yeah. 1983, 6.1. Yeah. It was written by Edwin Newmere.
Did he not direct the first one?
No.
Okay.
No. 31 writing credits for Eddie. He's known for RoboCop, the first one, and Starship Troopers.
Okay.
Yeah, class film, 1997.
That's a good one.
7.3. The first RoboCop got a 7.6. Way better than this one.
Yeah.
Michael Miner, 27 writing credits, known for RoboCop, the first one as well. And then we got Frank Miller, who gets a writing credit. Now, I'm not sure if he's kind of the creator of RoboCop, but looking into his back catalogue, he did a lot of graphic novels in his past. So he did the Sin City graphic novels. So
right.
On all the Sin City films, he's mentioned as a writer because he characters by and so on. Also, he started writing for the Daredevil series, and he's the guy who introduced Elektra into the Daredevil series. Yeah.
Not everybody can be perfect.
And then he worked on the Batman Dark Knight Returns series of graphic novels as well. So it's actually, he's really quite interested in what he's actually done, especially with like pop culture and stuff. So even just looking at his Wikipedia page, if you want to do it, it's Frank Miller. So he's quite interesting. I couldn't list them all, but yeah.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
So starring wise, we got Peter Weller as RoboCop. You know what? I didn't realize how robotic he actually makes the character.
A lot.
It's like,
but it's not just his upper body; it's the whole body, the waist and everything. I reckon when he's on a dance floor, it's like that.
I reckon he can smash them robot moves on the dance floor. Yeah, I think he's all over doing the. You know what I mean? He's got 91 acting credits, right? Apparently. So the only thing's like he's done a lot of obscure films and stuff, but he was in obviously RoboCop.
Yep.
He never came back for RoboCop 3 though.
No, they've changed it, and the new one as well is the guy from Silent Night.
Oh, Joel
Kinnaman.
Joel Kinnaman. But he was in 8 episodes of Dexter.
All right.
2010. You've watched that, haven't you?
Mm.
He was the bad guy in Star Trek Into Darkness from 2013, and he was also in 11 episodes of Sons of Anarchy.
Right.
Now, when I see this picture, I recognised him kind of from Star Trek Into Darkness. But yeah. And then bit of trivia, he said, despite his vocal criticisms about the downhill direction that the franchise was going in, as well as his physical discomfort in wearing the suit, Weller admitted that he was willing to reprise the role of RoboCop in RoboCop 3. However, he was already committed into doing Naked Lunch, so he had to pass. And then during the filming of RoboCop in 1987, while wearing the prosthetics, Weller remained in character between takes, responding only to director Paul Verhoeven when addressed as Robo. Though Verhoeven found this too funny to take seriously and was eventually dropped after a couple of weeks. Yeah. Imagine him walking around in character, like, going to like to the buffet table and getting a jam sandwich and just...
Peter, over here. Who is Peter? I do not know who you mean.
Peter is dead. No more Peter. I am robot.
Poke my mouth.
And then we got Nancy Allen as Annie Lewis.
Yep.
Now throughout this film, I thought he kept calling her Lois. RoboCop. It's the way he says Lewis. It's
yeah.
Lewis.
True.
39 acting credits. So she was in Carrie from 1976, 7.4. She was in Dressed to Kill in 1980, 7.1. Obviously the original RoboCop, and she did come back for RoboCop 3 as well.
All right.
4.2, that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do we dare to do it?
Me? And then just a few honourable mentions. We got Belinda Blauer as Juliet Fax.
Yep.
Fax with 2 X's, randomly.
Yes.
I thought it was Fox at first, but it was
Fax.
25 acting credits. The only thing I recognise that she's known for is Flashdance in 1983. But a little bit of trivia I've seen about her that I thought was quite interesting. So obviously in this she plays a psychologist. She went on later on to earn a doctorate in psychology in real life.
Do you think this inspired her?
I think so, yeah. I think she's like, you know what, I really like this idea of putting criminals into robots, and so I'm gonna go and try and do it. Move to Detroit, get your degree, you know. Then realise she was living in the 90s. Tom Noonan as Kane, 84 acting credits.
Yeah.
Even though I recognised his face, I couldn't see anything I recognised him from.
Yeah.
But I know I've seen him before, even though he does have a weird resemblance to Peter Dinklage in my eyes.
He has got a little bit. When you mentioned it, I was like, I can see it.
It is.
I can see it.
It's like
just with long legs.
Long legs and the world's biggest freaking neck I've ever seen. His neck's like this big. He's like a giraffe of humans. A human giraffe. And then we've got Willard E. Pugh. I mention him because I know you don't like him. Mayor Cusack. 61 acting credits.
What about the director of the OCP?
Oh, he's just down as an old man, you know, in the cast.
What is that about?
I don't know.
It really does piss me off. Like when writers, when they're writing the script, they go, "What should we call him? Dave, Phil? No, old man."
Old man.
Now you think somebody named the old man, they'll have a very, very minute part. This guy has one of the biggest parts.
Well, he does, yeah. I mean, the guy runs the giant corporation that even made RoboCop. And they can't even bother to give him a name. He's just old man.
It's literally, throughout the film, you see RoboCop, and then you see the old man when it's anything to do with OCP.
Oh, yeah.
Give him a name.
I know. What do you think they called him when he was young? Young man. Hello, young man. Yeah, no, young man. You're right, middle-aged man.
That's his actual birth name and his driving license.
when he was a baby. What's the baby called? Old man. Oh, hello, little old man. Oh,
unless the surname is Man. They just call him old.
Old. Maybe. Could well be.
Yeah.
Little bit of film trivia.
Go on.
Yeah. So the scene in which RoboCop opens fire around the head of someone who is smoking, after which he says, "Thank you for not smoking," was actually licensed and run as a public service announcement ahead of several different films in many non-smoking movie theatres during the summer movie season that year.
So the used RoboCop threatened to shoot you in the head.
Basically. Yeah. Thank you for not smoking.
People in the theatre are like...
Yeah, I've just put that out.
Put that one out.
The Chinese woman in Kane's limousine was saying in Mandarin, "Take me with you. If not, police will catch me." And then he shoots her in the face. We'll come to that in a bit. The RoboCop suit for the film was constructed purely of fiberglass. This allowed Peter Weller far more freedom in terms of movement and gave the suit a far more metallic look. Imagine this doesn't move very well, fiberglass.
No.
So, I suppose he's better than just kitting him out full of metal, innit?
Yeah, true.
I don't know what they used in the first one.
Or the same.
The shootout scene at the Nuke Labs is the Budweiser Brewery. The same setting was used in Star Trek for various engineering areas in the Enterprise. That's the 2009 Star Trek.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah. Miniature stop-motion models of RoboCop and RoboCane were used for most of the shots. 8 separate miniature teams had to work around the clock to meet the tight production schedule. For close-ups, a full-size head and torso were built, weighing almost 800 pounds. It was operated with long poles attached to the area that had to move by operators who were dressed all in black so they would not show up on screen.
That's quite cool.
Yeah. I wonder if you watched it back, if you could maybe see them. Like
shadowy outlines.
Just shadowy. What are them shadows moving?
Could have been.
Many scenes were deleted from the movie for various reasons, and I've got a couple of them here. So, RoboCop walking through the police station locker room where he sees a naked policewoman showering and gets a robo-hard on.
You had to that, don't you?
He doesn't know, but he does, and he's looking at her for a few seconds and walks away. So he walks through, goes, "Boobies! Can't compute. Mama!" Walks off. Anyway. Yeah. RoboCop's hallucination scene when he's dismantled by Kane's men, where he dreams of visiting his own grave. A few scenes with Kane that explained his character more, including a scene where he and Angie visit Dr. Fax to discuss robotics, planting the seed for the most likely candidate to donate RoboCop's 2's construction.
Lucky they did get rid of that one.
An extended scene where the storekeeper who gets robbed by the baseball team kids screams at RoboCop for letting them get away, with RoboCop grabbing him by the throat, saying a few words about the storekeeper's harsh value judgment, and then dropping him on the floor.
That scene.
Yeah. During the shootout between Kane's gang and the cops at the warehouse, there was originally a knife fight between Katso, Kane's right-hand man known as the Elvis guy, among fans of the film, and Lewis, which ended with Lewis killing him.
Right.
And then finally, a scene where RoboCop finds out that Kane is inside RoboCop 2 Cyborg, interfacing with Dr. Fax's computer and going through her files. Also, just like the first movie, some scenes were cut down to avoid X rating by the MPAA. Yeah. Although one work print version is available to include some of the deleted scenes that there were never any uncut versions of the movies and all deleted scenes.
Right.
Did that make any sense?
Kind of.
Yeah. And that's the end of the trivia, basically.
That's the end of it.
Just touching on the last one, I did read a bit that there was a lot of more gore originally, but they were worried that they were going to get an X-rated. There wasn't that much gore, to be fair, left in. Oh, and there was a lot of complaints at the time about using a kid as basically like the bad guy.
That fucking kid.
That kid, mate. That kid. He's living every kid's dream, though, isn't he?
Yep.
And like we've discussed before on the podcast, back in the early 90s, 80s and stuff like that, these films obviously were not made for kids, yet they developed toys and RoboCop toys and all stuff like that. Yeah, directed towards children.
Yep.
So then in the second one, they decide, let's stick a kid as one of the main bad guys and having go around being basically like a really, really naughty Bart Simpson.
Are you expecting me to believe that the whole muscle of this criminal enterprise is a frigging 10-year-old?
Yeah. Mate, the way he bosses them about as they go through everywhere, he's like, you go over there, you go over there, you
And they go,
do this.
okay.
And they're like, "Ooh, okay. And then even when Kane goes away,
He takes over.
he takes over.
And even Angie is like going, oh, we need to go back for him. He's like, no, I'm not going back for that piece of shit.
I know.
It's like, you do as you're told.
Do as you're
Unless
told,
you want
bitch.
some more drugs.
I know.
And it's like,
When really, she could just get him in a headlock and just go, what you fucking saying? What you saying, dickhead? Slapping him about. I'll fucking send you back to your mum, you little shit.
even the other guys, he was bossing them around like anything.
Oh,
He's
no.
like, go do your job, go do this. And they're like, okay. It's like, dude, it's a 10-year-old.
I know.
Taking orders from a 10-year-old.
I know. It is really stupid. It's that I don't get it. I don't get what they thought. Why they thought any grown ass man would ever take orders from this kid. I get it while Kane's about, because if Kane's, taking him under his wing and he's the head honcho. But once he's out the way, it's surely power vacuum. And why is the kid rising to the top?
Yeah. Kind of remind me a little bit of like a Bugsy Malone type thing.
that one with back in the day.
Yeah.
When it was all kids. With Jodie Foster.
Is it Jodie Foster that?
Jodie Foster was in that, yeah.
Oh, no way. Yeah, it reminded me of that a little bit.
Remember that? Rather than shooting people with that, didn't they like throw pies at each other?
Can't remember.
I think it was like cream pies, and they had like a cream pie gun. I had like cream pies. Obviously, it's a kids' film, and it's kids. They're gonna get pied, Bugsy. Anyway.
Anne can't hold a gun for shit.
Oh no.
She's meant to be a cop.
I don't know who did police training.
Yeah, she won't be passing the academy.
She just walks in with it there on her chest, just like
That's flimsy.
I know, just like everybody freeze. I don't know where I'm aiming, but you might get unlucky. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. She was useless.
She was. And my final notes was Robotronics. I loved it.
The robot. What?
Not him. I mean, like, when he got like pulled apart into pieces.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was like the puppets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It was really cool. I
Like
liked it.
when they chuck him outside and he's on the floor like in pieces. Do
Like trying to breathe. Like,
you not think? I don't know. His face really creeped me out in that, because it
It
reminds
was.
me. Have you seen them like animatronic robots they use nowadays when they put AI in it? And it's like, hello, Darren. I am AI. Nice to meet you. And they just blink a little bit too long. They're like, yeah.
just like that.
All right, sorry.
Right, okay, let's get straight into
I've
the
just
film.
got to
then,
use
shall we?
examples. I'm sorry.
Now, it's been about 2 weeks
What do you
since
think,
we've seen
Little
this film,
Groot?
isn't
What
it?
do you think, Little Groot? I agree.
I agree.
Oh, look at him nodding.
So, if we miss a few bits, we do apologise in advance. But we've got to try our best to break it down scene by scene.
Yeah, I'm completely relying on my notes. So should we go through the film then?
Let's go to it.
So if you made it this far, guys, please like and subscribe. And this is the bit of the podcast when we go through the film scene by scene, and we take it apart and give our take on it.
Yes.
So,
Our
stay
honest review.
This is where it gets interesting, guys. So just
Hold
turn
on to
up.
your seats.
Yeah.
As it gets straight into the action with a car robbery taking place. But this isn't any ordinary car. It is installed with an anti-theft car seat.
Oh my god!
Magnavolt. What a way to start a film with a commercial. When
I know.
some guy just runs around, gets into the car, down the side, jimmies the lock, gets into the seat, tries to hotwire it, and next minute he's like steel bars just come across the seat.
And then rather than just trap him to wait for police to come, it's like, no, just literally electrocutes him, kills him, and it's like, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah, slightly. And the car owner comes over and goes, hey, this is our Magnavolt security system. It's lethal response, but you don't need to wait for the police to come. And he opens the door and the body just falls
out, yeah. And it's like, just leave the body on the floor.
What
And
is it
it's
with
like-
these commercials?
I don't know.
It's really weird.
It's like a horrible parody of what they thought the near future was going to be, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, they are very weird.
Very weird.
Even like the news and stuff like that keeps popping up, and that it's quite funny, but it's also like a bit sickening. But yeah,
Yes.
so basically, rather than just have a car alarm that'll go off when someone's trying to rob or call the police or hold the person there, He'll just kill him, and then all you have to do is come back. I know it's a little bit of an inconvenience. You've got to get rid of a corpse, maybe, but it's Detroit, so just leave it in the parking lot and just drive off. No one will ever know.
Literally.
Yeah.
Let's just leave that dead body there. It's been electrocuted, fried, it's still smoking.
Yeah. Basically, if you steal a car, the punishment is death.
Yes.
It's,
Harsh.
it is very harsh. Very, very harsh. And then they're like, don't worry, it won't electrocute you as long as you've got the key. How many accidents do you think that's happened where they're like, oh, get in the car, shit, I've left my key. Oh, shit, no!
I mean, how do you get in the car without your key, though?
Well, maybe you just, I don't know. Maybe you just left it open. Maybe you left the door open and you just gone in and it maybe has a countdown.
True.
Like, if
true.
you don't put the key in 10 seconds, you just...
Yeah. Straight cut to a news segment about the Amazon power plant.
Yes.
So literally, they've got a nuclear power plant which has blown a core in the middle of the Amazon jungle.
Who the hell thought, right, the rainforest is on its last legs. Let's stick a nuclear power plant right in the middle of it.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong, yeah. Oh, God.
And then over in law enforcement news, the robot ED-209 combat unit has been approved for use. What kind of pours down a manhole cover and then starts passing out?
Mate, I put on my notes here, the old robot is skating on ice. Why have I put that? I don't remember.
It falls down like a grid and it struggles to get up. It's
Oh,
like
it's-
Bambi on ice, isn't it?
Oh,
But really
yeah, it's
bad
like Bambi.
CGI.
Yeah.
It's like PlayStation 1 graphics.
Yeah. I remember now, and he's like, oh, it was like something off of like a cartoon skit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 graphic.
This whole thing, mate, is just like a skit.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I know. And then we get a news thing where the Surgeon General is dead. They show clips on the news. He's showing off a nuke and he's saying, this new drug is the most addictive narcotic in history. We must put a stop to it.
On live TV, you just showed it.
No, no.
You've just shown an assassination live on telly. Like, keep the cameras rolling, guys. Let's get them views in.
I can see it going that way, though, in the near future. It's like live on, like, showing clips. Not even a warning. Not even a... Some viewers may find this disturbing.
Oh, no.
We'll just show him being murdered.
Nope.
And
Then
then
we
for some
see
reason, Kane...
Yeah.
How does Kane now broadcast on, like, national TV over the news?
the Taliban
like-
done it.
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah. They were in a cave.
So, he's managed to do it somehow.
Yes,
And he's behind a lot of the terrorism in America.
apparently.
He didn't see him, it.
No, he didn't. He really
Him and
didn't.
his 10-year-old kid.
I know. Because of his nuke, innit? It's like, the war on drugs.
Oh, shit. Okay, over on the streets of Detroit, we see how bad things have really gotten as a speeding car comes driving through and hits someone's shopping cart full of empty tins. And then as she's trying to get up, some guy comes over. Are you okay, darling? No, let me help you up. See how you are. And then steals a handbag. He walks off down the street, gets attacked by two hookers,
Yep.
who then start to kick him in the nuts, stamp on his face with a high heel,
Oh, no.
and start like kicking him to the ground. And then they go off with the loot that they've took off him. Then they walk past a gun store, which then just blows up. Then the car just ram raids it.
Yeah. What was the woman doing originally? The woman with cans doing with all that bloody loot and that anyway?
Sell them.
And
Cycling.
No, I don't mean the cans. I mean the fact that she had like all that jewelry and stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. It's like,
Yeah.
you're meant to be homeless, but you're walking around with like $1,000 in your pocket.
Yeah. Random.
A lot of money on them cans.
But it's a good little, it's a good little kind of, what's the word, like an evolution of how the crime,
bad it is.
You can't trust anyone. One
Yeah.
person will rob you, they get robbed. Like getting animals getting eaten, little animal gets eaten, that eaten gets eaten, bigger animals,
Yeah.
until you end up being beaten to death by two hookers.
It kind of reminded me of Super Mario Brothers. And then when they go into that little weird world,
Oh, yeah.
so it was just chaos.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Kind of reminded me of that.
Surprised, yeah. I'm surprised one of the hookers didn't have fingy boots on like Lizzo and just just fly across.
Off you go.
Bye, guys. But also everyone's like committing crimes and shit because the Detroit police are on strike because someone thought it would be a good idea to privatize the police, and now the corporation that owns the police aren't paying them.
Yes.
Who? Why? it baffles me that in America they privatise the prison service. The
Yes.
fact that, you know, they can give incentives to judges and stuff like that, to backhanders to basically send them to prison because then they can get federal funding to incarcerate people and make money from it. It's absolutely...
Cash for kids.
Who thought that would be a good idea? So when I think about that, I think, well, actually, yeah, in the near future, I would not put it past America or some city in America to privatise the police, try and save
Don't
some
do it,
money.
guys. Don't do it.
Do not do it. You're basically just making a corporation into a militia, and the police will work for the corporation. It's not going to work for the people, is it?
Nope.
Which they probably do anyway, to be fair. But at least give us a little bit of ignorance.
That's it. Back into the film now, anyway.
Yeah. So
So this little gun shop,
yeah,
which is basically just on the main road. No,
Yeah.
it's not like a big thing. They stock huge ass rocket launchers.
yeah, it's like ammunition from bloody GTA, you know. You just go, yeah. I mean, not even just one type. He pulls one down and goes, "Oh, a bigger one. Oh, a bigger one." And then this one's like, it's absolutely huge with a big freaking warhead sticking out the front of it.
Yeah, it's just like we take down a tank.
I know.
This is meant to be like a corner street bloody gun shop.
I know.
And you get that guy who's tweaking. He's like, man, where are the bullets for this? Where's the bullets for this? I really like this gun. And shoots the guy.
Yeah.
Like, poor guy.
Even after the poor guy goes, "Where are the bullets for this gun, man?" And he goes, "Check the bottom drawer there." It's like, "Oh, thanks." Puts the bullets in and goes, "I really like this gun. You can keep it. Pff, cheers." Don't kill him. That's a bit mean.
There's no need.
There was no need.
But in the distance, you hear a police cruiser coming down the street, don't you? Like, wow, wow, wow.
They're all a bit confused because the police are all supposed to be on strike.
Meant to be. But they're celebrating a little bit too early. As they go down into the street, cars coming towards them, fire an RPG at it, car flips over, fire another one into it. But, however, it blew up more after it got shot by the bullets than the RPG itself.
Yeah, it did actually. Yeah. It went right into a fireball, didn't it?
Yeah, because the gang are there now shooting at it with the guns. One of them had like a Tommy gun, I'm sure. They're shooting at this car blows up. They were celebrating a little bit too early as the door opens up, and who is it? The one and only RoboCop.
It's a bit of an iconic scene, that, isn't it?
Mm.
I've seen that scene before when he steps out the car.
Yeah, you watched it 2 weeks ago.
No, well, obviously. No, but before this.
Yeah.
It's like, not from watching the film, just in other stuff, when he steps out the car and he's like, "I am the law." That's Judge Dredd.
That's another one on our list.
He's basically a robot.
Yeah, pretty much.
How did he survive that? Like, I know he's a pissing robot.
He's a robot. He's bulletproof.
I know, but you can see his skin here. Why is his skin not burnt to a crisp?
Blame
I think he
retardant.
just does this. I think he just covers his mouth.
Asbestos.
Replace his skin with asbestos.
Yeah. Could be.
Could well be.
He gets out with his little 50-cal Desert Eagle. Not taking any prisoners.
Yeah.
Takes them all out straight away.
He
Finds
looks
the
like
stash.
he walks like he needs a shit.
Yes.
I'm going to put it out there.
He does.
RoboCop looks. Do you think he just left a piece of poo in his rectum?
I was about to say, I think he's already had the poo because of the way he walks.
What do you mean?
It's
That
not
it's
like
already
he
in his
needs
pants.
it. I think he's a bit too late.
You think it's in his metal trousers?
Something like that, yeah. Like, oh, God, this is a little bit squishy. So he finds a stash of nuke now in the car
Yes.
and goes hunting for dealers.
Tell me where you got this from. Tell me where you got this from.
Is this Schwarzenegger? Get to the chopper. I need a nuke.
I am RoboCop. I don't know. I can't do his voice, but I wouldn't be. It would have been funnier if, like, do you know his little interface when he's like arrest mode and all stuff like that, and he sees the nuke and it just comes up investigation mode. Where did you get this? Bitty bitty bitty. Fuck Rogers. Anyway, go on.
Yep. So he goes off to the little science lab where it's all being made.
He's walking down the street like, anyone know where there's a public toilet? I need to wipe myself. It's starting to cause a rash now.
It's going down my leg.
Yes.
Lewis, where are you? I need
Lewis.
back up.
I need to wipe. I can't reach. Bring the baby wipes.
Why do you take it there? Why do you take it there every week? So he gives the door a little bit of a knock, and the guard comes over, looks through little people, can't see anything. He's like, it's not here. Next minute, fist just pops through. Where was he stood?
I don't know.
Surely he would have seen RoboCop standing in view to get the punch.
Well, yeah. And he ain't that quick, is he? They suddenly. Poof. I reckon he just like ducked down and just.
And then, using his stealth mode, he follows 2 guards and locks them in a cupboard.
I know. Well, it looks like a walking freezer, doesn't it? It's like stealth mode activate.
So the guards like just carrying on going. What's that noise?
That fucking smell.
I smell shit in there. I can hear gears. So I'll just carry on walking into this cupboard. And he just puts a little lock on the door. That's them 2 taken care of.
Yes. But yeah, it's like you're right though. It's like stealth mode activated. Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Hello guys, I work with you. I'm the new employee. You can call me Dave.
Looking a bit stiff there, Dave.
Imagine if he just gets a wig on, just puts on like a Bob Ross wig or something, and he's like, "Hello, gentlemen, I am here to help. Let me carry one of these boxes to the freezer for you. Thank you. You look a bit like RoboCop. Robo who? Never heard of him." After you, sirs.
You lead the way.
You lead the way.
Oh shit.
Imagine him with a Bob Ross. Look at him behind us. Imagine him with a Bob Ross wig on. Oh, sorry. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. But he goes into the factory and he sees a load of Chinese women and basically making nuke. And then he's looking around, and on the bottom of his interface, he just prime in progress. He's like, arrest mode.
Did you clock onto the salsa?
No.
It was like a little radio with salsa music blasting.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Salsa music. Yeah. Why? Well, there's a
baby.
baby.
They like listening to salsa music whilst they're making drugs.
Arriba!
I was expecting it to be like Mexicans or something. They turned up. It was all triads.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And there was even a baby dancing to the salsa music as well.
Oh, yeah. That baby in the corner. And then Kane's there as well. Kane's in the background.
Yeah. Gunfight breaks out immediately. Get introduced to RoboCop's former partner, Anne Lewis, who is now responding to the gunfight on her own.
I've got a theory that Lewis isn't actually a cop. I think she's just kind of like a fangirl who just turns up like trying to be his sidekick.
Nobody else comes. It's always her.
Yeah, and the rest of the police are supposed to be on strike, but not her.
No, she's just like, what's that? 6-4 in progress. Let's go.
You ever seen the film Incredibles?
Yes.
You know, like in the beginning when Mr. Incredible goes saving people and you got that kid that's following around, Buddy, trying to be his sidekick.
Is that the one who's the evil guy in the end?
He turns out to be evil later on.
Right, yeah.
That's Anne. Following him around.
Yeah.
She's found herself a police outfit. And that's why she doesn't know how to use the gun.
True.
Yeah.
And then RoboCop's searching for everybody after a little bit of a gunfight, comes across some little cocky-ass kid who shoots him in the head, and he starts to malfunction and starts to remember tapes like playing or something like that of his own kid.
Oh, was it his own kid? I just thought it was like some kids he'd picked up at a playground.
Could have been.
Yeah, I love.
Here's one for you.
Yeah, go on.
He's been shot in the face about 15 times with ARs.
Yeah.
But yet this kid shoots him once, and he goes, I can't compute, starts going blurry and stuff.
Yeah, good show.
No,
Maybe it's because it's the kid doing it, because the kid's like, you can't shoot me back, dickhead. Boom, 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 boom.
And what would happen if he got shot in the mouth?
That's a good point, yeah.
So that's not covered up, is it?
No, and asbestos isn't bulletproof. It would be the best place to aim, though. If I was trying to shoot RoboCop, I'd shoot him in the mouth.
Especially if I was that kid.
Yeah.
If you'd like do it at an angle, it'll go into the brain.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Yeah, if you were that close to him as well, like, because he was like, yeah, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, you can't shoot me, dickhead, because I'm a kid. Wrong. I can slap you about.
So he carries on now for search some more bad guys. Comes across one guy holding a baby.
Oh, Kane does one out the back door as well.
Yeah, he runs
Kane
off.
Jumps into the limo with the Mandarin woman I mentioned before. Yeah, the baby.
I love this scene. Right, because the guy's got the baby's hostage with a gun to it. He's like going, no shit from either of you, and don't try to follow me. We won't. The baby's with me, I'll kill it. No, we can't have that now.
I just love that. And he's like, no. Just deadpan in it. No, we can't have that.
And then does like a little trick shot by shooting his bullet, ricocheting off the fridge into the guy's head.
Yeah. Just while Lois catches the baby.
Did you notice how fake that fucking baby was?
Oh, yeah.
It was fake.
Fake as fuck. I'm glad they didn't use a real baby, to be fair, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got to risk that now, do you?
No, you really don't.
After completing the drugs bust, RoboCop thinks it's a good idea to go into stalker mode and go straight sit outside his ex-wife's house and watching the kid.
Pretty much. It comes up at his bottom and his interface, doesn't it? Stalker mode activated. Wouldn't surprise me if it did. Yeah, he just starts doing random like slow drive-bys like that, like no one's going to notice that a fucking robot's driving past the house really slow.
And she notices straight away.
She
notices sat like 200 yards down the road and she's looking at him going, why is he here again?
Yeah.
And he has a little bit of flashbacks, doesn't there, before he died.
Oh. Yeah, so he has a flashback of kissing his wife while she's in the shower, and then he looks at himself in the mirror, and he's like, oh.
And again.
You just hear a ding!
Little metal cog.
Little metal cog, yeah.
But it's got a little vibrating rabbit. It's like going...
Well, so then he's back at the precinct now getting a telling off, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
So he's like sat there with his mask off and they're going, stop stalking your wife, dickhead.
She's trying to sue the police at the moment.
I know. So you've got like a guy from OCP or whatever the company's called, and then you've got the wife's lawyer, and they're like, she's suing you because you keep stalking her. He's like, till death do us part. No. But then he's like, do you consider yourself human? I felt a bit sorry for him at this point.
I did a little bit.
And he's like, do you consider yourself human? And he's like, yes. He goes, no, you don't. No.
You're nothing but a machine. You would never be a husband.
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
But multiple times, this being one of them, they're basically implying, like saying, look, dude, what are you going to do with your wife? You got no cock. You can't satisfy her. I can give back rubs. No, you can't. No, you can't. But rubs? No.
They can. Like little vibrating fingers.
We can scissor.
I was on about doing massages. And you going, take it there.
Oh. You weren't on about massage.
I was like massaging.
All right, then. You can massage that pussy.
So then his ex-wife turns up to RoboCop's surprise. And she starts to ask Alex if he remembers her.
Oh, this winds me up, right? Because they're saying, you stop stalking your wife, she hates you, she don't want nothing to do with you, but she's outside and wants to speak to you. What? She just comes in and they're like, but beforehand they're like, you need to give your wife some privacy. She don't want anything to do with you, mate. Let's just step outside a sec. She walks in and then she's like, do you even remember me? And he's like, touch me.
He does it at least forwards and whispers to her, touch me.
And she goes to touch his hand and he goes, no, down there. Vibrator mode activated. She's like, ooh, stop the lawsuit and
She could have touched him anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Like, touch his cheek like a normal person would do. No, she goes straight for the finger in the mouth. I've still got a bad gag reflex.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, if you're eating, by the way. I don't mean to put you off.
He's like, touch me. See, asbestos.
You will die now of cancer in 6 months.
Yeah. This is like, grabs the crotch. Ding!
Then he turns around and says, they made me to honour him. Your husband is dead. I don't know you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's still driving past the house every day.
Stop stalking me then. Unless you're willing to use that thing, stop stalking me. I'd rather you just knocked on the door. Hello, I brought flowers. But then we get an advert, don't we?
It's really weird. Again, another one for OCP. And it plays some guy shooting himself in the head, and it comes up. OCP Communications is the only choice. Can you imagine if BT or something similar?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I couldn't get through to the bank to make this payment. I'm gonna shoot myself now. I should have chose BT.
He's like, the communication. I thought it'd be enough, but then I couldn't download the files in time, and we lost the contract. What?
Yeah.
Vodafone.
I mean, like instead of hiring actors all the time in the future, just kill everybody.
Basically.
Because you got the guy who blew his head off. You got the guy who's stolen the car.
Makes you wonder. Yeah, it makes you wonder what they're gonna do to him because he lost a contract that he takes matters into his own hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mayor arrives at OCP headquarters for some really, really, really over the top acting.
Mate, this
He always sells the shit out of it.
He's off his tits. Why would you have elected that guy?
I don't know.
And not to mention, right? So they come in and they say you need to pay the police, and he goes, well, the city owes us $37 million, and he's like, well, just pay them, we'll sort it out. He's like, no, you passed your deadline, so we're going to take the city. And it's like, what do you mean? And he said, all I want to know is, does the mayor of a city have the authority to sign the city over to someone?
No.
Or to sign a contract that says all the assets will fall into your control if we can't pay you? Could you imagine?
You best asking Sadiq Khan.
Well, yeah.
He's done that.
So Sadiq Khan, if you're out there, mate, can you sign over the city? Because it appears like you can, but it's. And then he's like, he has a full on hissy fit, doesn't he?
Yes.
He's like, I'll refuse to pay it, and he's like, well, we'll just take everything then.
Yeah, you signed it. You signed it all over.
Yeah.
He's like, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! What you doing, man? You fucking loony!
You senile old bastard! Fuck you senile old bastard! But even his mate turns to, his aide turns to him and goes, you signed this. It's like, oh yeah. Like, who elected you, dude? Who elected you? Because even later on, he's like, when they have that press conference towards the end, and they're talking about signing, like taking the city over, and the mayor's like, but you're not elected, and they're like, well, you were elected. Sign the city over to us.
Yes.
So, what's your argument? Sit down.
I really didn't like that guy.
He was just massively over the top. I mean, you're the freaking mayor of Detroit. Keep some composure. Don't sign the city over to people. Pay your pissing bills. I mean...
And read the contract.
I'm not being funny, though. Right. They've probably got some old buildings, like, let's say, Town Hall. I imagine that's worth a good chunk of change. 37 million. I know it's like 1990, so that's like at least $1 billion with inflation.
Yep.
But I'm sure there's buildings in Detroit, even if they are just taking assets. There's probably quite a few assets there that maybe two buildings, like big buildings, would add up to that.
Especially with the automotive trade.
Yeah, the fact that they can literally buy the city just for 37 million debt seems a bit outlandish.
Well, like you say, he should have had his legal team go over the documents.
Well, yeah.
He didn't.
He really didn't.
They played him like a fiddle.
Like a fiddle, mate.
Right, the director of OCP shows a demonstration of the future cyborg technology with the new and improved RoboCop 2. Now, this robot walks out, stop or shoot, and then just shoot the scientist next to it. He goes, that stop or I'll shoot. Pulls a gun out, bang, bang,
and then shoots
his head.
Why are you giving live ammunition?
I don't know.
It winds me up through the whole thing. It's like, it's a prototype. You're showing him off. Why have you now given him live ammunition?
I don't know. And then the second one walks out. Obviously, they've not learnt the lesson on the first time because the first scientist, one's dead. And the second one's got his arm in a sling after being shot. He just stood there. And the second one comes out, starts malfunctioning, and rips its own head off.
Yeah. That skull was pretty scary.
It was a little bit, yeah. That would give kids nightmares.
No.
Imagine selling that to bloody Hasbro, whatever it's called.
I know,
the toy factory.
It comes with removable head. rips his own face off. They're sat there and they're like, oh, we spent $90 million on this shit. And it's like, maybe using police officers isn't the best idea.
No. Wait. They spent $90 million on the project so far to get 2 failed robots.
Yes.
They bought the city of Detroit for 37.
Yeah, for 37 million, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's a bit of a contrast there, isn't there?
Yeah. Slightly.
And then they've got a new employee there, Juliet Fax, and she's like, she's a psychologist, and she's like, we just need to find someone who's willing to be a cyborg. These coppers, it worked the first time because, Murphy, or whatever his name was before he became RoboCop, was a bit of an anomaly. It's like,
He was a family Catholic man.
Yeah.
Dedicated to holding the law.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the others who are more vain and whatnot.
Yeah. And it's like, we just need to go out there and we need to find someone who actually wants to be a cyborg. And then he's like, well, you go away, you screen some candidates. She's like, right, I'm on it, boss. I'm on it, old man. Don't you worry, old man.
See, I thought...
Is he banging her?
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon he is.
Later on, kind of appears that way. Anyway, go carry on.
It does look like that way.
What are you going to say?
See, I thought the person they were going to use, obviously spoilers, jumping ahead a little bit, but they use Kane, don't they?
Yes.
Robo 2. I thought it was going to be this dodgy cop that we see in a minute.
Oh,
Duffy.
Duffy.
Yeah, I thought it was him. Because the way they introduced him to go, okay, we need to find somebody who's going to be willing to do it, but he's not too, vain or whatever about himself. So it cuts straight over now to Detroit police station where everything is just kicking off. Again, a little bit like Mario Brothers at the police station.
It was.
Chaos.
It was chaos.
There's like 50 people locked inside one little dog cage.
Yeah.
And then this cop Duffy walks past with keys. He's going, hi, motherfuckers.
Fuck
and then starts taking some of this drug nuke.
Yeah, nips into a little side room and takes some of this nuke. But all the cops as well are outside protesting, aren't they?
Mm.
Yeah, because they're all still on strike. Well, the majority of them are. So now we're at the arcade and they're doing a bit of a stakeout, Lewis and RoboCop. And I mean, the kid pulls up on the back of a bike. He starts selling nuke, but this is so obvious that them two are there. I mean, RoboCop's like, you're looking around and you're going to spot it.
Yeah.
It's like, there he is up there.
A shiny metal object sitting in the window.
But
and you
not
got
to
Anne,
mention,
who's got a fucking Sky satellite dish.
yeah, and then she's got headphones on, a big satellite dish, and he's just there going, and look over there, there comes the kid, mate. It's so obvious, mate.
Yes.
Duffy's meeting with the kid to giving him information about some kind of police route for some reason. I don't know what information he was giving him on.
And this kid is proper pressuring Duffy.
Oh yeah,
it's like, again, another adult taking shit from a 10-year-old.
Yeah, a cop as well. And he's like, you want some of this tasty nuke, Duffy? And Duffy's like, no, I need to get off that shit. And he goes, go on.
He gives him the money, and Duffy goes to go away. And he's like, wait a minute, that's a little bit too easy. What's wrong with you, Duffy? Do you want some more drugs? Do you want some more nuke? Do you want some more?
And some more. Because he's like, you're not going to count it. And he's like, no, I trust you. And he goes, no, I think you should count it.
It's weird.
It is weird.
The whole interaction with this kid is weird. RoboCop walks in, isn't this a school day? And all the kids turn around, start pelting him with food.
Yeah. Everyone just turns around because it's like in a thingy arcade, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just throwing things at him, food, burgers, milkshakes, bananas. If there was a banana on the floor, do you think he'd just slip?
Yeah, I reckon so, mate. Bit like the first one from the start. The kid escapes then with his grown-up sidekick, who is now held up by Anne at gunpoint, but the little fucker gets an SMG and starts choking Anne from behind.
How does he choke Anne? I mean, he's a kid.
He jumps on Anne's back.
I know.
Like a little spider monkey and starts trying to choke her out.
Surely you could just grab him and chuck him off, throw him against the wall.
I mean, that SMG was pretty cool because it looked like an iPad, didn't it? Then it falls down into a gun.
That is actually a real gun, I read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Like a little handle. It was like the ones off Game Over, man, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of, actually. Them ones.
Cool, them.
Didn't have rivets in this one, did they?
They didn't, no, not like League.
Not like
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. But yeah, I just didn't I didn't buy that this kid was strangling Lewis.
No.
I know she's not a real cop, as that's my fan theory anyway.
Yes, definitely.
She's just a fangirl.
Still.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Well, the kid lets off a load of rounds. Everyone runs out the arcade.
Yep.
And then RoboCop runs into Duffy, doesn't he?
Starts beating the shit out of him.
Surely, though, this is like torture and against his programming, throwing him round everywhere.
Smashing his head into the screen and cutting him up with a broken glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, slightly.
Surely you should be taking him into the station, for some questioning.
I mean,
or repercussions.
I'm quite surprised they didn't start waterboarding him with brake fluid. Just hold his head down. It's like, it's burning, it's hot oil. Where did you get the nuke?
Or maybe piss on you again. He goes, I can't tell you where they make it, I can only tell you where I bought it from. But you just bought it from the arcade, so.
Yeah, true. It's literally that door over there.
Yeah. So then RC heads straight over to Kane's warehouse.
RC.
Yeah.
I like it. I've been thinking to myself, how could you show it instead of saying RoboCop every single time?
RC. Yeah.
RC.
All on my notes, it's RC. Wouldn't you need a warrant?
Yes.
To go in there?
Yes. But he leaves Anne behind to get choked out still.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he goes off to, say, this abandoned factory and drives straight up, and my field just starts blowing up everywhere and the cruiser gets blown up. But where did he go?
Well, that's it, because he was in the car, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was in the... I think they're watching him, aren't they? And he gets in the car.
Exactly. They're watching him.
Yeah. It blows up, and then it's like, oh, okay, film over then. I'll turn this off. Oh, no, wait, he's hiding behind a pillar. I mean, the guy can't move that quick, and he's not that stealthy. He's really not that stealthy. You'd have seen him going, stealth mode activated. Zzz, nothing to see here. Bob Ross wig activated. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Oh, it's just Jenny turning up for the work. I think it's like Superman when he takes his glasses off, the wig comes on, and they just don't know it's him.
Yeah, I think it is, right?
Well, did you notice, though? Yep. I've got a note here that Kane's headquarters, where they're making this nuke and everything, the same place that the Antword live in.
It was, wasn't it?
In Chappie.
Yeah, an abandoned warehouse.
Ninja and Yolanda. It literally looks like the same place.
Yep. For some reason, they have the actual body of Elvis in there, which was very random.
What the fuck was that about? No. So he activates Bob Ross again, and he's walking through, and he's like, everyone can see him because like, what's that noise? And he thinks he's being stealthy walking through, and everyone's like, he's down there. And this is where the kid's giving orders, like we mentioned before. But he comes across this open kind of glass box with Elvis's body in it. His decaying body.
Bearing in mind, we are in an abandoned warehouse at the moment.
What? There was no explanation to it.
Random.
We don't even know that, it's never even mentioned or hinted at that Kane is even an Elvis fan or anything like that. Yeah, one of his henchmen kind of looks a little bit dresses like Elvis, but why? You think you just went to the prop department and there was a casket there and they're like, oh, it's a fake Elvis. Is anyone using this? And they're like, nah, right, we want it for RoboCop too. Get it over there.
It's like, what do you need that for?
Yeah.
You're in Detroit in the future.
I know. No.
Based on a RoboCop. Let's just have a little scene of Elvis in there.
What was that about?
I don't know, mate. Maybe he just loves him tender.
Oh my god. But then Kane just shows himself.
Yep.
And he goes, you're wanted, dead or alive. And he goes, you'll never take me alive. He goes, dead done. And then the kid shoots off his hand.
With a 50 cal LMG.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good shot, to be fair.
It was a good shot, but considering what we've seen so far with the amount of damage RoboCop, literally one of the first scenes you see RoboCop, he's just been taken out by a bloody RPG.
Yep.
And the car blew up and all that shit. And he came out even without a little bit of scratch on his metalwork.
Yep.
But then a 50 cal can take his hand off.
Yep. They get a taser, electrocute him, and then use the only weakness that RoboCop has. A giant fucking magnet.
No. The thing is, though, right, what metal is he supposed to be made of? And is it supposed to be magnetic?
Yes.
Because if he's like titanium or something, even if he was aluminium, it wouldn't be magnetic.
True.
But wouldn't as well a giant magnet fry all this circuitry in electronics?
Yes. Yeah, it would actually.
Yeah.
It would. Could they have just done that from the start? Just got a giant magnet and just left him hanging on the side of the wall and having him as an art piece?
Yeah,
he's out of the way then, isn't
it?
it?
Next to Elvis.
Yeah. Is that on the wall? Hello, Lewis, help.
help me. Just until his battery runs out. Does he have to be charged?
I don't know. One of the scenes what I thought in myself when I was like thinking, like, no, does it need to be charged? I was thinking, you know, the Wallace and Gromit with the gnome.
Yeah.
It goes charging. Just like that. RoboCop's in the corner. I just picturing him there in the corner of the room, like, shut up.
You reckon his plug socket's in his backside?
It probably is. Like a Tesla charge.
Yeah. Like, come on, let's plug it in. He's like, oh, it tickles. Oh. But,
so anyway, they start stripping him down.
You know, his Cain
literally.
compares himself to Jesus, though.
He does.
Bit blasphemy.
He's a little bit. They start to strip him down and they try their hardest to crack open his armour. First by using a hammer and chisel, then a crowbar and a sledgehammer, then a bloody jackhammer. Where they got that from, I don't know. And then they finally cut his leg off using like a huge grinder.
Yeah.
And after cutting him into pieces, they drive past the police station and they just throw his torso and all the little arms and legs out.
Yeah.
I'd keep one of them. Keep one of his legs or something.
Yeah.
A souvenir.
You would.
Like,
Next to
walking
Elvis.
around, little.
Why
one
did they
leg.
give him? I don't get why they gave him back. I mean,
I don't know.
you put him to pieces. Just keep hold of him or bury him somewhere. Or
I think it's more of like a power trip to say, look what we've done.
I know, but just send his head then.
Yeah.
Just send his head, keep his body, bury his body, maybe keep a leg as a souvenir.
Yeah. Have it next to Elvis.
Yeah. Elvis's body, RoboCop's leg. Quite a collection.
This is a
you
bit I
got
quite
over
like
there.
though, with the like Robotronics.
Yeah.
Quite cool.
Except for the face. The face just freaked me out.
Yeah, it's a little bit creepy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The scientists try their hardest to put him together, but the OCP wants to cut off funding.
All the king's horses and all the king's men can't put Humpty together again.
They can't.
No.
Duffy goes to meet the kid, gets ambushed and strapped to a hospital bed, and the gang want to torture him to make an example of him, tell him that RoboCop, where Kane's whereabouts is.
I love when the Duffy turns up and he's drinking a bottle of champagne, pissed out of his face, and he gives some to the kid, and he's like, I don't want to be breaking any laws. All right, kid. All right.
Yeah, he gets the rough end of the stick, Duffy.
He does a bit because I think Kane's told them all that they're just going to scare him, and then they don't. They wheel him in on a gurney, and then they bring a doctor in, and the doctor's like, "Do you not want to take the kid out?" And he's like, No, the kid can watch. And Duffy's like, no, joke's on me. You know, come on, guys, put me down now. It's all right. I didn't tell him where you were and all this shit, and then they cut him up. Well, I assume they do. You don't actually see it, do you?
Now, you see his like stomach getting sliced, don't you?
Yeah.
But you can see exactly where he was cutting. For some reason, they had like medical tape all over his stomach. I wonder why.
Yeah. But then Kane makes the kid watch, holding his head, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Makes the kid watch it. Bit messed up.
Lead scientist and Miss Fax now are falling out, and she wants to use criminals' brains for Cyborg instead of a police officer.
Yeah, she's going through death row inmates, isn't she, on the computer, thinking we can use a death row inmate as, you know, we'll give them eternal life and all stuff like this. What inmate on death row wouldn't take that up?
But then you got someone who's a little bit psychotic.
Yeah.
So it's not really going to work that way, does it?
But the scientist is like, I'm going to go snitch on you. You're going to get fired. And she's like, snitch on me. I'm blowing the old man.
Yeah. As we find out right in the next scene, because Donald, his little sidekick, see, he has a name.
Donald Johnson, his name is, yeah.
So Donald has a name, but the old man doesn't. Who's in charge of everything.
Yep.
And they're in the same scenes together all the time.
But for some reason, right, in the middle of like this offices, he has a literal like Japanese hot spring going on, doesn't he?
Yeah, pretty cool, like.
It is pretty cool, but what the hell's that about?
Yeah, you got the money, you could do it.
I know, but
You reckon Musk has one in his
probably.
little Tesla tower?
I wouldn't be surprised. Johnson comes in complaining about Juliet.
Yeah.
And then she's like, she could do what she wants. And then Juliet turns up and gets in the hot spring with him. And it's like, oh, that's what's going on. You're banging the old man again.
That's it. We see it now, don't we, for the first time?
Yeah.
So RoboCop, on the other hand, is trying his hardest to hang in.
Yeah.
You know, still not there, but then he finishes himself off whilst hanging around.
He's like, you ever wanted to see RoboCop's jizz face?
That is what it is,
He's
literally.
Like,
Little CD drive pops out of his arm, doesn't it?
what is so? Yeah, a little screen comes out on his side and it's saying like system failure. I'm like, so when making him, you're like, how will we know if it's a system failure? Rather than him just telling us or whatever, we'll have a little LCD screen just pop up out of his side. System failure.
It was his arm.
Oh, was it his arm?
Yeah. Out of
his
anywhere
arm?
in his body, they decided to pull it into his arm, his bicep.
You'd think at some point when they were cutting him up, that would have came out and would have been all right out already on every body part.
Yeah, that's
system
true.
failure.
That is actually true, yeah.
But so they send him back to OCP for repairs finally.
Yep.
And then then Juliet's holding a focus group about reprogramming RoboCop.
Oh, this is stupid.
She's going around the boardroom and they're saying, everyone's giving ideas and they're like, they want him to talk things out instead of just shooting people.
Yep.
Can he speak out on environmental issues?
Yep.
And then I've never seen RoboCop visit an orphanage. He's a cop.
Yes.
Why would you want him to visit an orphanage? And then Johnson takes the piss and she's like, oh, I like your ideas. And then next thing is you've got RoboCop there being reprogrammed and he's resisting the programming. And this is where, again, someone else takes a jab at him and saying, Juliet's being mean to him, saying, you can't satisfy a woman. Got no penis.
Yeah.
It's like, basically, you're just a corpse, mate.
Just degrading him again, aren't they?
Yeah, you're just a corpse. You're a robot. You're a corpse.
I thought
I am Alex Murphy.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to trick her at first. Because he's saying the program, isn't it? She said, like, who are you? He goes, I am Alex Murphy. Who are you? I am Alex Murphy. Does the programming. And he goes, I am RoboCop, OCP property, or whatever. And I thought he was just doing it just to shut her up.
Yeah. Well,
try and trick her.
she says, I type it and you say it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, how does she, so she's a psychologist, how does she know how to reprogram RoboCop?
With basic programming.
Maybe. Just
Basic and the basic.
Basic and the basic. Yeah, I'll set you up on this terminal, just type what you want him to do and he'll do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
5 jumping stars.
Yes. Activate RoboPenis. Vibration setting.
He's gone there again.
8.
Petrol engine.
It's like a mower, yeah.
That's why Anne comes back with black eyes.
Yeah. And then the new RoboCop now, and he's very light-hearted.
He's right. He's back at now police station, and he's flexing like Mr. Olympia.
You know, he's like, check this out, ladies.
Which when the girls are actually like ogling him, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
ooh, look at him over there. Ooh, I've never seen Alex like this before.
He's like a new man.
Yeah, he's got another 6 inches down there.
Yeah.
It's been extended. No wonder Fax was looking happy with a smile on her face.
But then the scientist woman comes over and goes, there's something off about you. Come with me, we'll run some checks. Starts to walk off of him, and then Lewis comes along and goes, come on, we've got some crimes to solve. And you think the scientist woman would have gone, no, I don't think he's fit to go out yet. Let me run some checks on him first. But she doesn't.
No.
He just goes, okay, let's go.
It's weird, that bit, isn't it?
It is.
It's like they cut something out.
Yeah.
It's like they was meant to do something with the science woman, but it just turns around and goes with Anne instead.
Yeah. Hit my elbow.
Anne takes him out for a patrol in the area, and the first place to come across is a gang of Little League committing an armed robbery with bats.
You heard that right, guys.
Yep. With one of the kids smashing the shit out of the owner's knees while the other records it, shouting harder.
Harder! Hey, them kids are having the time of their lives.
Oh, yeah. They're loading up this little van, aren't they, outside with
I know.
JVCs, camcorders,
You've got
everything.
The coach outside, basically, all the kids are bringing everything out, and the coach is loading shore. RoboCop and Lewis come to the shop and have a shootout with the coach. Well, when I say they do, Lewis gets out, starts shooting first, asks questions later, and RoboCop's just in the car like, yeah, bud. He's like, help me. And he's like, oh.
Uses him
then.
as a shield as he walks forward. She's behind shooting.
Yeah.
It's like, why did the coach immediately pull out a gun and start shooting?
I don't know.
It didn't make sense.
No.
You're meant to be a Little League coach.
I know. Maybe they don't get paid that well.
No. Do you reckon like you go pick your kid up later on from practice? It's like, you all right? How's little James been? Has it been all right? Yeah, he's all right. You know, taught him how to swing a bat or two.
Yeah.
Thinking you're hitting the balls instead. No, you're hitting kneecaps.
Oh, by the way, we're giving out free VCRs, you know.
Yeah.
Take one with you.
We need some extra funding for the league.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that was just their version of a funding drive.
Literally.
Just go and rob an electronics store.
Yeah, just imagine that.
Imagine you're that age and you turn up to Little League and your coach is like, right, today, we're going to rob a shop. You're like, yeah, let's
do some
it.
fundraising.
We're going to do some fundraising around the local community. But then Lewis kills the head coach, shot right to the head. And then Lewis walks in and this is where she's holding a gun like that. Freeze,
Really
kids! Weird. And then I love it when he goes, where did they all go? And the shopkeeper's there with him all goes, where did he go? The little bastards are still here. Up against the wall. And then she's like, where the hell's RoboCop? RoboCop's outside trying to arrest a dead coach.
Yeah, reading Miranda rights.
She's like, you're reading your Miranda rights to a corpse. What?
Then comes inside, starts giving them a little lecture about eating healthy. Think about their mum and dad.
Yeah. Think about your mum and dad. They would want you eating healthy.
Kids are like, yeah, fuck this, I'm off.
Yeah. All the kids just do one. And then on the way back, he's being a bit weird. And he goes, what a lovely moon tonight. Like, it's daytime.
It's the sun. So on the way back, RoboCop stops some kids playing with a fire hydrant by turning off the water. And then this little kid runs over and goes, go fuck a refrigerator, peck a neck.
Go fuck Oh, but then one of the kids sprays kick me on his back, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And this is where he shoots the guy for smoking.
Literally all around him. Makes little bullet marks all around.
Freeze! Thank you for not smoking.
Thank you. Back at the station, the scientists go to try and reprogram him.
Yeah.
But they can't quite do it. So he goes outside and grabs a 25,000 volt electrical box and frying system.
Mate, that bit's funny. Because they're like, we don't know if we're going to be able to reprogram him. We can't do over the code. And like, what about resetting him? We don't know if that'll work. Well, and one of the scientists off the cuff goes, well, we could hit him with like 1,000 volts and see if it'll reboot his system. And he's listening and he just goes, 1 second, walks out the station, just grabs and then everyone comes over to help him, all the police, and they're like, what's up with your RoboCop? He goes, Kane's what's up with me.
Yeah.
Like, let's go get Kane then. Come on, everybody.
I mean, at least everybody came and helped.
Yeah. It's like, what's bugging you, RoboCop? What's bugging you, Robo? Kane is bugging me.
It's cheesy, that bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Why is so we cut to Kane now, and they're walking through the lab. Why is Kane showing the kid round the lab?
I don't know. It's like he's never seen it for the first time.
It's like he's got like the kid. He's got Angie and a couple of other goons, and it's like surely you've seen the lab before.
Yeah, since he's been selling it for God knows how long, and he's like this right hand man.
I know they're doing it just for us, but they're coming up with a new. One of the scientists is coming up with a new type of nuke, isn't he? And he tries out, and this is where it's like his neck extends like fucking E.T. And he's like, he puts it in here, gives himself a little boost.
Did you notice that scientist was John Lennon?
No.
Yeah.
John Lennon.
Yeah.
John Lennon.
John Lennon, the scientist was John Lennon.
John Lennon.
John Lennon.
From the Beatles.
From the Beatles.
Who died like 6 years before.
Yes. I was like, wait a minute, I've got John Lennon as a scientist. Who's dead already?
No, I didn't know it. No. I thought you meant like, what is he, a corpse next to Elvis?
Yeah, it could have been.
That's he faked his own death to go and make Nuke in Detroit.
Yep.
But then they all scatter, don't they? The kid gets off in a van with loads of money in.
That's as the police raid it now, don't they?
Yeah, the police come in, all guns blazing. One of the cops goes into the labs explode.
Yeah.
Which I felt a bit sorry about our John Lennon then.
Yeah, he was, mate.
Yeah.
He's not singing no more.
He's really not.
He's not. RoboCop, though, his shooting was on form.
Oh, yeah.
He was doing trick shots, not even looking.
Well, one of the guys behind him.
Yeah.
What if that was the kid behind him?
Well, technically he wasn't looking, so he wouldn't know.
Well, yeah.
A way to get away from the targeting system.
Maybe you should have just done that before when the kid said, oh, you can't shoot me. And he goes, oops.
Oopsie daisy.
Whoopsie. Well,
and you know that shot where he shot the guy right through the lens?
Yeah.
This is actually based on a real-life Marine sniper called Carlos Hathcock, who actually done this shot in real life on tour.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And it's the same with Saving Private Ryan. It's a nod to the same guy.
Oh, when he shoots right through the scope.
Yeah.
Because didn't Mythbusters do an episode of that as well, I remember?
Yeah, and
Seeing
it
if
can
was
be done.
possible, and it is possible.
Yeah. So
Straight through the
supposedly
lens.
this Carlos guy done it in real life. So RoboCop and Saving Private Ryan give it a little nod.
No way.
It's quite cool, that.
Good shot, yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Good skills, mate, skills.
Kid gets his little lunchbox SMG out with unlimited ammo. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah. He never reloads.
Never
I
reloads,
don't
but
think
lets
anyone
off about
does, do they?
5,000 shots to the cops outside.
Futuristic guns, mate.
That's it.
Kane escapes. And then RoboCop's hanging on the front. What's he holding on to?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell.
I
Well,
don't know.
Kane's driving them through the city, all down back alleys and stuff like that, basically through shops and all sorts.
Just
Trying to get
grinding him on
RoboCop
the
off
wall and
front.
everything.
Yeah, until he doesn't he come to he knocks him off by going past a lamppost,
Yeah, telephone pole. Yeah, knocks him
telephone
off.
pole. Yeah, and then what's with the bikers?
I don't know. I put that on my notes. It's like two bikes just using randomly as a ramp.
I know,
Like, they come out of
chip
nowhere.
chap.
I think it's just trying to do like a little cool stunts or something. I
Yeah.
thought, but then it gives them an opportunity to steal the third bike and starts chasing after Kane.
Mate, he looks so stupid on that bike. Do you think can he not bend his knees?
No, he can't sit down. Can he? He stood up.
He stood up on the bike riding along. But all I was thinking was, do you think when did Terminator 2 come out? Was it after this?
That's what it reminded me of,
Yeah.
though. Yeah, it reminded me of this.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, which one came first?
I wonder. I think Terminator might have came after, but do you think Terminator was like, hold my beer, our robots can bend their knees?
Yeah, we do it better. So we're quite similar bikes, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then they come to an end of a street because RoboCop's overtaking him, and they start revving the engines, looking at each other to try and play a game of chicken. So they crash into each other. RoboCop drives straight into the front of the bonnet of the truck and goes like Superman straight through the fucking window screen.
Missile mode.
And ultimately nearly killing Kane.
Mate, that was hilarious. Do you think Kane thought, right? Oh, you dickhead, I've got the upper hand here. You're on a bike. Well, you didn't expect RoboCop just to go
Jet.
eject. He just,
Go, spring legs.
yeah. He's like, leg spend mode.
You see, was he sitting down at the time when he crashed?
I don't know.
So I know he was standing up, like driving around, but I think he was sat down when they were revving the engine, wasn't he?
I think he was sat down, yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, I think he'd figured out that his legs could bend.
Yeah. Anyways, back onto it, we get a random advert promoting sun cream, which also gives you a warning: long-time use will give you skin cancer.
Yes. Sunblock 5000.
Yes.
Oh, mate, that was hilarious. That is like American adverts, though. Like pharmaceuticals and stuff. Did you hear the news, though, when they're like, and the police today found a stash of 500 million in the back, but OCP said the city can't have it. They're keeping it. Because it's like, surely the city could have said, well, no, we're going to confiscate that cash.
No. They
Surely-
own the city, don't they?
Yeah, but the thing is, right, they own the assets of the city, right? But surely the city can just come in and say, no, we're taking that money.
Yeah, pretty much.
But maybe it's because OCP own the police force. They're like, no, we're having it.
Yep.
But yeah.
I think that's hard to get around it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But then this is where Juliet decides to use Kane as her test subject.
Yep. Goes in, gives him a little visit to the hospital.
Yeah.
And then gets him
Kills him.
killed. And then they do a little operation on him to take the brain out
Yeah.
and the spinal cord.
Come to that in a second, but in the meantime, Hob, the kid, and Angie, they're arguing over rescuing Kane. And this is where, like we mentioned before, that Angie just suddenly decides that Hob's in charge, the little
Yep.
kid, and is taking orders because she's like, we need to go and rescue Kane. And he's like, fuck Kane.
I'm in charge now.
Fuck that
I run his
giraffe-looking
tail.
ET motherfucker.
He did have a neck like E.T. that was weird. It
He really did.
was really long.
He played ET. I wonder if it was him. I wonder if that's where I
Kane.
recognise him from.
It could have been.
But yeah, and then in the hospital, Juliet visits Kane, kills him, blah, blah, blah. And then,
Don't you think in the surgery,
yeah.
do you really think a drill is the best tool to remove a brain?
Probably not a drill, no.
No. It's literally got a Black & Decker drill fucking drilling into his head.
Sparks coming off.
Yeah, it normally like one of the little bone saws, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like normally use one of them very gently so you don't damage the brain instead of poking it through.
But
then why do you have to take his spinal cord out along with his eyes?
Mate, that would... Could you imagine that happening to you? That must... Because basically he's in this vat of water and he's just got his two eyes, his brain, and his spinal cord, and his eyes are like still working and he's kind of looking at them.
Yeah. The way they film it, it seems like he's still alive.
Well, yeah.
But, he's got no blood flow or anything.
No. But
start making brain dead.
His eyes are looking and it looks like he's listening to what they're talking, but he's got no ears.
Yeah.
Your ears are over there, mate.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
But then he brings over, the scientist guy, brings over his head with his brain missing and he's open and he's showing Juliet and he's like, freaking the fuck out, which anyone bloody would. And then this bit is hilarious. So the mayor's doing a telethon to try and raise money.
Oh, he is.
And they have some random guy playing a violin in different poses. What the fuck is that about?
This is so weird.
It's mindfuck.
This is probably the weirdest thing I have ever seen on a film. Yeah. And it's definitely the weirdest thing on this film. And a lot of weird things happen on this film.
Oh. It's stupid.
I mean, I've got a short clip of it right here.
It just cuts to a scene, doesn't it, of just like this violin guy, just like he's playing a violin normally, and then he's playing it behind his legs, and then he's
then
like
one leg above his above his head, and
it's
next minute both of his legs are behind his head, and then he falls off at the end, breaking the violin. Did you see that?
And then you've got the mayor coming on, going, and thank you to our violinist over there. Now we need to raise money for the city. And it's like, has he told people that basically this corporation, or is he just hoping that people are going to donate? Because I love when he looks at the board and he goes, Han, how much money have we raised? And he's raised $4,000. And it's like, dude, this ain't working. But now
so
the kid sat
weird.
there in a full suit and tie, because obviously he's got all this money. Angie calls the mayor and says, we can give you some money. We can save your city. Yeah.
Yeah, just come down and do a deal with us.
So OCP then, we cut to them and they find out that the mayor's got the money and the mayor's lawyer is helping them out.
Yep.
So he's kind of stabbed him in the back a bit. And they decide to take out the mayor with the new RoboCop.
Yeah, they send a new one down.
And then we got RoboCane.
Oh, Robo-Crackhead.
RoboCrack, yeah. RoboCrack. So I love how she goes over to RoboCane and he's in like this weird thing. I hate that screen that comes up with his face on.
It's shit.
It is.
It could have been so much better.
Why didn't he just get his actual face of Kane, record like videos of him doing that and put that on the screen? Why did it have to be an animated of him going?
And he's just growling like a bloody dog or something.
It's weird. But then she gets a big vial of nuke. And he's like waving in front of him like, you want this crack? You want this crack?
Yeah.
Don't kill the mayor and you get the crack. And then that weird thing comes out, doesn't it? Of his chest. Opens up and it's like,
little grabber.
Give me.
Yeah, it's another weird scene.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest with you. In the 90s,
yeah.
I've said this quite a few times to you. Around the early 90s, late 80s, it was a big, big thing, allegedly, where everybody writing scripts and directing films, and even some of the bigger stars, Jean-Claude Van Damme,
JCVD.
yes, only to mention one of them, they was high on cocaine and pre-workout.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of reflects. Just some of the things like the violin and these random adverts are like, who in the right mind thought that would be a good idea?
Someone on fucking cocaine?
Yes.
Yeah, on crack. It's that. I love that though. Just going a little bit off topic. On Street Fighter, when one of the trivias was they'd hired some guy to keep an eye on JCVD because he was going on coke benders.
Yes.
And then the guy they hired to watch him ended up going on coke benders with him and Kylie Minogue on it.
Yes.
Or something like that, allegedly.
Allegedly. But supposedly, allegedly, anyway, they had an affair on set as well, didn't they?
Yeah. He was snorting coke off Kylie Minogue's tits, allegedly.
Yeah, the arse cheek.
She has got a nice ass.
Yeah, I was about to say, she had a taste of one back in the day.
But now the mayor's the mayor's meeting with Hob, the kid,
Yes.
And he's like, so how much do you need? And they're all there. They're all a bit confused with this kid. And they're like, oh. And he goes, what about 50? And he goes, oh, that's cute. $50. Come on, guys, let's get out of here. And he goes, no, 50 million. And then he turns to leave and they put a gun to his chest. And they're like, no, we want to give you 50 million. All I put here is, I wish someone had forced me to take 50 million.
Oh, yeah.
I'd wish for someone to hold me at gunpoint and say, you will take this $50 million. I don't want it, though. You will take it. Oh, fine.
Plane ticket. See you in a bit.
Yeah. He opened up the back of a truck and it's filled with like gold bars and all sorts and cash. And where's he got? There's like 500 million in the back of that other truck.
Yeah.
Now they've got another truck here which looks like it's got about 500 million in. Making a lot of money, Kane.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think he'd have a bit of a better operation with that amount of money.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I
Not
mean,
just living in the Antwoods old pad.
it kind of makes you think then a little bit, because they got the armoured vehicles. Were they from a robbery where they got all that cash, or was that from actual selling nuke?
I'm assuming it's from selling nuke.
I thought it was like robbed. It's like, say, why would they have armoured cars?
I don't know. Well, if I remember right, when the cars disguised as bomb disposal unit vans, and they have bomb
I think there might have
disposal on
been
the
some
side.
flight, yeah.
But you gotta give it to the kid though. He has a good plan because he's like, we'll give. How much do you want? And he's like, well, we need 37 million. He says, you take 50. And he goes, well, what's the catch? And he says, well, basically, I want you to legalize nuke. You know, I'll sell nuke. I don't want to be bothered for it. People want the high. They can get the high. It'll cut down on violence because you won't constantly be getting police. Legalize the drugs and all stuff like that. Because as you can see in America, the war on drugs that's been going on since the early 80s,
Not really working.
it does not work.
No.
There's been better studies done in other countries where they've legalized the drugs and kept it more under control. They're able to tax it. People aren't stigmatized. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah, for taking drugs and stuff like that. And they're actually giving the addicts the help they need. But
Amsterdam,
for instance, yeah. But yeah, and it's a good little plan the kid's got.
I think it's all right.
And they're like, you know what? It's a good idea. Yeah, we'll take the money. We'll keep them off your back. We'll legalize it. Let people have what they want because, you know, people are adults. If they want to take drugs, they should be able to take drugs.
Yeah.
You know?
If they want to mess it up, they can do it. It's like gambling, isn't it? You have the option if you want to do gambling.
Tell them what the
mess
risks
your life
are.
up.
Tell them what the risks are, and if they still want to do it, then go right ahead.
Yeah.
The only time you should intervene is if they start causing being a menace to society. Same as if you give someone alcohol, and they start being aggressive and causing all sorts of ill shit down at the local pub or whatever. Then you arrest them. Then and you charge them for that type of thing. But you wouldn't charge them for just drinking alcohol.
No.
Unless they're underage.
That's it, exactly.
Anyway, so then all of a sudden, boom,
RoboCop
comes in and starts kicking off. All the mayor's men are killed.
Oh, it just annihilates everybody.
Yeah.
And then he finds Angie.
Yeah, he sees
And that was
Angie.
another weird scene.
Yeah.
She starts stroking Kane's hand.
I
He's
know.
like, oh, yeah, we'll be together, Kane. We'll be together. Don't worry. Just me and you together. We'll go off into the sunset. And Kane goes,
On the
just
screen,
kills her.
screen comes out and he
And just snaps on it.
yeah.
Tosses it to the side. Starts shooting at the little kid. The little kid jumps into the back of the van.
Yeah.
Which I thought was bulletproof.
I thought it was bulletproof as well, yeah.
Yes, not.
No. Then RoboCop arrives.
How
finds
do the
mayor's
police
car
know what
crash.
is going on?
I don't know. Clairvoyance, mate.
Because nobody's called it in.
No.
Nobody knew about it other than the mayor who sent the RoboCop 2 to do it. Well, Kane, to go and kill everybody, who are all criminals. Everybody's all doing dodgy deals, but yet the police know about it.
I know.
Straight away, right on cue, RoboCop turns up, finds the kid shot up in the armoured truck as he dies.
Yeah, it's a bit sad. The kid goes, I'm dying. You know what this is like, don't you? He's like, fuck
Yes.
you, kid. And then he goes, don't leave me. He goes, I won't leave you. 2 minutes later, goodbye. Also,
Pretty much.
I honestly didn't expect the kid was going to die.
No, I didn't think that, to
I
be
didn't
honest
think
with you
they'd
as well.
I didn't think they'd go that far as to actually kill the kid off.
You didn't see it. Well,
No.
you didn't see him getting shot or anything,
Well,
but
no,
you seen
they
the
hid
aftermath.
that.
Yeah.
But then I love now then it cuts to the news again, and the mayor's on the news saying that he will help the city. And then
It's like, why were you there?
I know. And it's like, they're like, why were your aides there? They were killed in this shootout. And he's like, don't you say that. He was a good man. But the mayor actually escapes through like a sewage thing, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Out into the bay.
Yeah, quite convenient.
Sewage pipe. I'm not being funny, right? So the next thing is we're at the OCP conference and they've got all... Why did it look like it was a Nazi rally?
Yes, I noticed that as well. And I put down a thing because all the OCP employees, or the security guards anyway, are all dressed like SS.
Yeah.
With the black Nazi uniforms.
And they've got big flags, red flags hanging from the front of it with OCP on, and it proper just looks Nazi.
It looked really, really
I'm surprised
Nazi.
he didn't have Elon there doing his
little chest pump.
Doing his little chest pump, yeah, which inconvenient.
Yeah, honestly, first thing I seen with that red banner coming down, because the OCP was in black as well, so it looks like the swastika.
It did. It really
did. Like, yeah, okay.
It's like, all right, then we get it. We already realised that they're evil, mate. You don't need to associate them with Nazism.
I think that's what they're trying to do, actually, make them say like they're all evil.
Yeah.
Because inside, the old man, he's doing like a press conference and saying like, we got to rebuild Detroit from scratch. We got to obliterate all the homes, wipe it all clean, and then rebuild all these nice, affordable housing.
Yep. The mayor arrives and kicks off about it. Goes, we're gonna have to tear down all these houses. Where's everyone gonna live? It's like,
we'll build new houses for everybody to live.
We can live in these nice new apartments. It's like, no. And then he goes, you're not elected, I'm elected. Yeah, but look what you did with being elected. But he does say, well, anyone can buy OCB stock and own a part of the city if they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it seems quite fair, to be honest with you. If he's got to improve it in the long run, I mean, you got to knock it down to rebuild it, haven't they?
Well, yeah.
I mean, to make it all nice and thing, which eventually probably will be better off for the citizens that do live in Detroit.
Possibly.
Because it can't get any worse, let's be honest with you.
Well, no, it really, the only way is up. They're at rock bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
flatten it and rebuild.
I do not think it can get any worse right now. Not to mention that they basically just legalized nuke as well. So, yeah. And well, they did until they killed the kid. So, I suppose that deal's out the window.
Yep.
But what I don't get is, the mayor didn't get away with his money, did he?
No.
He's not got the money.
He got confiscated.
Yeah.
RoboCop turns up, takes a seat at the back seat.
Yeah.
Just seeing how things are going to plan out.
No one notices him. He's in Bob Ross mode.
Yeah, Bob Ross mode completely. And then next minute, RoboCop 2, a.k.a. Kane, comes up from the floor.
Yeah.
And then just starts freaking his shit out because the mayor starts holding up with the nuke. He's like, give me!
Yeah. He isn't. It's like... No, it's not the mayor, the old man, innit? He's like, this is our new robot to police our new city. And he goes, we want to keep this nuke. And he's got like a big vial like this, a nuke. And he goes, we want to keep this off the streets. We don't want this anymore. And Kane's like, oh God, I need to get myself some of that.
Needs a fix.
He needs a fix. So they just start flashing the crack.
He goes
around.
on a rampage.
He does.
Just kills everybody around him.
And then he's trying to get the crack from him, and then Juliet comes up and goes, oh God, no, you just need to turn him off. 1 second, goes up, gets the remote.
Oh my God.
And then she's like trying to turn the remote off.
It's a TV remote.
It is a TV remote. It's basically a universal TV remote. You're telling me anyone out there could probably just go to like the local Walmart or Asda or something, buy a universal TV remote program, and you've got complete control over RoboCane.
I think so.
That's a bit of a dumb idea. But anyway, RoboCop stands up and he goes, RoboCane, it's me, RoboCop. Takes his wig off. And then he tries to shoot and can't shoot. And he's like, again, I know you've deactivated his fire mode on the remote, but why are you bringing him on stage with live ammunition?
Yes.
Why load him with bullets?
And why make him a crackhead?
I don't know. Or when he went and did what he was told, and killed the mayor or whatever, or killed the mayor's deal. Did they not give him his crack that they promised him? Because that's a bit mean.
I think they didn't. Yeah. But saying that right, would he still have the need for the drug if he doesn't have the body?
He's got the brain though, hasn't he?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
They should be able to program it out, surely.
Surely, yeah. Or just.
But
surely
I mean,
he would have been
she's probably keeping that, isn't it? It's like a dog with a bone, then, isn't it? Keep hanging the carrot for him.
Surely though, like all the time he spent in the vial is just to brain his spinal cord and his eyes. Just keep him in there a few weeks. Let him just kind of leave his system, sweat it out. Yeah. I mean, But anyway, so then he manages to grab the remote from Juliet and activate his guns, and then just starts going full-on rampage mode.
Full on. Just kills everybody around.
Kills everyone.
And then we get it. We get it now. The little miniature toys start having a fight as Kane and RC.
Do you know what it looked like? It looked like Robot Chicken. Have you ever seen Robot Chicken?
Yeah, you told me about this one.
Yeah, it looked like the animation from Robot Chicken.
It was.
Especially when Kane picks him up and he's like twatting him about this.
A bit like Celebrity Deathmatch as well.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Very much like that. All the police arrive.
Yeah.
And then in the lift, RoboCop gets Kane into a lift and cuts the wires. RoboCop goes up like some kind of fucking Mary Poppins.
Kane goes down.
Yeah.
And then jumps up through the roof, knocks him over the edge.
Good. He's scraping down the wall and then he just starts climbing up like some kind of spider.
So now RoboCop is actually hanging off the edge of the building.
Yeah.
Kane comes over and then RoboCop just drags him off and they both crash into underground factory.
Yeah, they go straight through. They go straight through the road, don't they?
Yeah.
Like you say, into a lab that's underneath it, which is a bit random.
Did you notice the whistle sound?
No.
As they were falling, it was going
Oh.
Yeah. It was like, why did you have to add that in?
Why did you add that in, guys?
Yeah. Leave it out. Two models then start fighting again.
Kane sets off the gas main.
Yep.
I love though, right? So it's all kicking off outside, and you've got Old Man and Donald Johnson's on the roof watching, and he's like, the old man just goes, think this could look bad on OCP. Really?
Yeah, right.
The fact that they've just literally killed everyone at a press conference, and now on the front, blowing the half of Detroit up, killing half the police force.
Yep.
Like, this might look bad for us. What do you think?
And you would think after like 30 seconds of actual shooting Kane that is bulletproof, so there's no point carrying on wasting your bullets shooting him.
You would think that.
Yeah, they're all underneath cars and different objects, aren't they, trying to like shoot him?
Yeah.
And then Anne gets a good idea, thinking, do you know what, I'll get this fucking ATV and I'll just ram him into the wall. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
RoboCop finally finds out there's a public toilet nearby, nips off to clean himself up, finds a big vial of nuke in the meantime.
Yeah.
Brings that out, and then we think, oh, he might be dead. Lewis, like you say, has driven the truck into him. But no, he's still alive. Robo-Kane comes out.
Yeah.
And then I thought this was a bit bad. Like, he brings the nuke and he goes, RoboCop goes, Anne, do me a favour, hold this.
Just hold this here. Why? Why am I holding this? What is it? Just stay there for a minute. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah. And he kind of like steps to the side, and then
she's there like,
and he's like focusing in on it. Huh? Oh, you want this? You want this? Go fetch.
Then RoboCop is sat on top of the ambulance behind him and jumps off.
Like, this bit don't make sense, right? So he jumps onto the back and he starts like scraping around, pulls his head off, pulls his brain out.
Yes.
Throws it onto the floor, then jumps off him, goes over. Now, surely as soon as you ripped his brain out,
yes,
he would have been killed.
Yes. But no, the brain is in RoboCop's hand.
Yeah.
And the robot Kane is going, what's
On
that
the
over
screen.
there? And then he smashes it onto the floor, like punches it or kicks it, whatever. And then it obviously destroys it. And then he dies.
Is the brain wirelessly connected to the body?
Wi-Fi.
I think that's what it
Brain-fi.
is. Brain-fi.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
B-fi.
It must
There you
be. Because he's even on the screen and he's like, I recognise that thing, that's my brain. Oh, I'm supposed to be dead then. Yeah.
Like I say, as soon as he smashes the brain, he just falls over dead. Like, no, that's a little bit delayed reaction.
That is a bit of a delayed reaction. We cut to OCP and old man's kind of going, oh shit, what are we going to do? And Johnson goes, I have an idea. Why don't we blame everything on Juliet? And he's like, yeah, good idea. And Juliet comes over like, oh boss, I'm sure we'll sort this out. And he goes to Johnson and he goes, that idea we just mentioned, get it done. And then walks off like, why would, if your plan, right, was to blame everything on Juliet, right? Why would you then walk out in front of all the press and everything like that after the incident with her and get into a limo with her?
Over dead bodies.
Yeah.
He steps over dead bodies getting into the car.
Yeah.
And it's like, surely you are still responsible for this.
Yes.
I mean, I get Kane was like the villain and stuff, but you've got responsibilities.
Yeah.
You started all this. You should be in jail for corporate manslaughter at the minimum.
Yeah.
Never mind being a terrorist or anything. But no, Nothing happens, and the end credits come up.
He just gets in a car and fucks off. End credits. This film was
Bullshit.
Yes,
This film was bullshit. Yeah, the whole thing was just daft.
it was.
How they made this after the success of the first one?
The first one is so much better.
Yeah, they
Oh,
just
so
shit all
much
over
better.
it in this. Just shit all over it. They're like, right, how can we ruin this franchise before it even starts? I know there's that whole thing in Hollywood that the sequel's always worse than the original. But, oh my God.
Yeah, it was.
It was a cash grab.
Definitely was.
Cash grab. And the way they leave it open at the end. I've never seen the third one. Should we do the results of the clip quiz?
Lip quiz. Let's go.
Do you remember that guy that was on all the talk shows? What was his name?
You already get
He's
it.
from Israel or someplace. He used to bend keys, fix watches,
Yep.
took Polaroids of himself in the dark.
Doing
Maybe
what?
Carol Ann.
Pat,
Fix.
please, not you two.
Why would you take Polaroids of yourself in the dark?
Unless you're doing something. Yeah. I mean, that's dick pics.
Yeah, but it's in the dark. You're not going to see it. Unless you had the flash on.
True. Could have been.
Maybe. I have no idea what that is.
That is indeed Poltergeist 3.
Poltergeist 3. She was
Yes.
in Poltergeist 3.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my God. I've never seen it before, right? But it is really
Terrible.
some creepy ass woman in it. In one of the scenes, it's like, I can't remember the kid's name. I think it's like Anna or something like that. But yeah, it's this little old woman gets possessed and she starts going, Anne, Marie. Oh, it's just weird.
Why are they talking about Yori Geller?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I
Oh.
just skipped through to try and find.
Oh,
like,
okay.
a
I thought
quote
you meant
that I
you. I
could
thought you
use.
meant you'd watched it.
No, I just flicked through it. But yeah, it's like really weird. Good
Cool.
classic horror film, like.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the classic horror films are actual. Still hold up, don't they? You know what I mean? For novelty. You know, when you watch like some of the really old ones.
I don't really watch them, but yeah.
No. I was thinking about watching some of the original Poltergeist or something.
I don't mind watching the original. I've not seen that in years.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we get on to the awards?
Let's get on to the awards. First awards. Okay, yeah. So yeah, let's get on to the awards.
So this section, we give out our own awards. So we have awards for the best actor, the worst actor,
Yep.
the best character, the worst character, 3 things you like about the film, and Hot Babe. Please feel free in the comments to leave us your picks, and yeah, maybe we'll read them out.
As well as 3 things you liked about the movie.
That's what I said.
And where you would put it on the Wall of Fame.
I did say 3 things. 3
Huh?
things you liked about the film.
Did you?
Yeah, did you?
I don't think you did.
I'm pretty sure I said that.
Well, I'm just sending it home so people know.
Yeah,
And if you do want to play along on our YouTube channel, if you go onto there, if you go to the community section, we will put up what film we're going to be doing a recording of next. And if you just drop your award sections into there, we'll read them out when we're doing a recording.
we will indeed. Best actor,
Best actor,
aka the King Kong Award.
Yeah, that's right. You better walk away.
Yes.
Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
That's right. Best actor.
I've gone for the kid, Hob.
Quite surprised, really, because you normally beat the
Hate
shit out
children.
of the kids on the awards.
I hate kids usually, but no. Considering the role he had to play, I think he did it really well.
He did do really good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking about giving it him, but instead I've had to give it to the guy himself, Peter Weller.
Have you?
Yeah.
Ah.
I think he done the robot overall quite good. I was looking out for him blinking, and he doesn't.
That is a good point. He doesn't blink when he's got his mask off, does he?
No. So I think he played the robot really well, to be fair.
But yeah, he's still got normal eyes, so we still have to moisten them.
WD-40.
Stealth mode. WD. Better.
That's it if he's rusted up or anything. Oh shit, he's seized up again.
Oh, shit it
Oh, I'm getting old in my old age.
Yeah.
My knees just aren't what they used to be like. Like a Tin Man for fucking Wizard of Oz.
I
That's when I be a real boy.
I just need a heart.
Worst actor, aka the Golden Seagull.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
That's right, we have the award here. This gets sent out to the post every single week for the person we give the award to.
Yeah.
Oh, who is this getting sent to?
I've got his wife.
Yes, you want the best. No.
Robo's wife, when she comes in like, oh, don't you remember me? And he's like, touch me. I've gone for her. Who have you gone for?
I've gone for the mayor.
Yeah, he overacted the shit.
Really, really overacted. He
Really,
honed
really.
it in and just went next level.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you could have given it to any of the folks or the meth heads.
Anyone. Could have given it to E.T.
Yeah, there was a
Given it,
long
yeah.
list of people, but
Yeah.
he was at the top for me. Best character.
Man himself. RoboCop.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you can't do it.
I know, that's the problem. I've had to...
Go on. When you
Um,
say Robo-Kane, I'm going to throw Thor's hammer at you.
no, I've gone for fucking Anne Lewis.
What? Fake cop. The fan
Fake
girl.
cop. She played a cop really well, considering she was not a cop.
She played pretend.
Yes.
Mate, she was shit.
Mate, there's no good characters
How
other
have
than
you got
RoboCop.
Of course there were. The kid was a good character.
No,
Kane was a better character than Lewis.
probably.
Dead Elvis was a better character than Lewis.
Yes. I'll give you that one. That one. Okay, who have you gone for the worst character?
Lewis.
If it's not the kids he's beating on, it's the women.
It's not the fact that she's a woman.
Okay.
It's just the
Well,
fact that
that's
she
just-
was a shit character. She didn't need to be in there. It's
No.
like they just brought her back from the first one just because, you may as well have, you need to partner fucking, what's that bitch called? Bring her back.
It was in a contract.
It was.
It was.
There's just no point in it.
My worst character was the
Oh.
kid.
Oh, what?
Now, I can't take it serious that he's the gang's muscle at 10 years of age.
No, you can't take it serious, but you've got to admit he did it well.
No, that's what I mean. Props to the actor. He done a fantastic job. He done a really good job. He was one of the most believable characters in there when doing the words and dialogue and whatever. But as a character, I can't take it serious. Everybody are just bowing down to this little kid. And it's like, come on, really? And like you say, when Kane dies, you're expecting us to believe and take it serious that he is now the head of the organisation.
Yeah, I suppose.
That
It's not enough.
is why he's got the worst character.
Fair
But
enough.
like I say, the actor himself, really good.
Yeah, fair enough. But I still think Lewis was bad. Worse.
Yeah.
Three
Oh.
things. You want me to do mine?
Hot babe.
Angie.
Angie, okay. You skipped over that pretty quick, didn't you?
What do you mean?
You went straight past the Hot Babe Award. You went straight to Three Things.
Oh, I have 3 things on my list first before Hot Babe.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
It's always been this order.
Oh.
Always.
I've always had it in this order.
Weird.
All right.
I've gone from the bird from the sunscreen commercial.
Oh, yeah. Before she puts it on or after?
Oh, before.
Before.
It's like fucking Yoshi afterwards. Expecting Mario to come out with a wrench.
I know, right?
Let me come
Oh.
ride you.
Shall I do my 3 things? Let me come right, Jim.
Yeah, 3 things.
I like the news expos and adverts. I thought they were quite funny.
Yep.
When he's trying to arrest the corpse of the little lead coach.
Yep.
And just RoboCane was just the fact that he was just a crackhead in a robo suit.
Yep.
Just made me laugh. Just
It was.
just the thought of it.
It was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Bit out there.
Very out there. Very
Yes,
out there.
Yes.
Well, what have you got?
I've gone for. I don't know what you call it. Would you call it stop motion filming that they did with
it
little
was stop motion.
figurines?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done that because I quite liked it. To be fair,
I hated it.
yeah. Like you say, if you compare it to today's films, it just looks stupid.
I just think
But
it
at
just,
the time, I quite appreciated it.
I think it just took you out of the film.
It did a little
Just
bit.
with how stupid it looked. But
Yeah.
anyway, each to their own. No wrong answers.
Makeup, costume design, and the effects.
Yeah, definitely. Especially like when he's got his helmet off and that.
Yeah, quite liked it. And like you say, it's not really CGI focused as on this. It was all practical effects.
Yeah.
So I like that. So that's one thing we've talked about in the past, isn't it?
Practical.
A lot of these new films are failing because the CGI either looks dog shit or it's just over the top, and you don't get enough practical effects anymore. Even car crashes are CGI now.
Oh no, everything's just green screen.
Yeah.
Even just the basic scenes, rather than building a set location or anything like that, they just do it in green screen.
But yeah, it costs a lot more.
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I really don't know because they'd rather, for some reason, pay studios or CGI studios to do all this work rather than just go. Let's say they're doing a film in Egypt with the pyramids. Rather than actually going to the pyramids and filming there, they would rather just stick them in a studio with green screen.
It's stupid.
It is stupid, and I'm to be honest, I'm getting sick of it.
Same here. I really am. It's like Masters of the Universe, right? It's not a great film, but the set design was really good.
Like Mortal Kombat was the same as well.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, yeah.
Even their set design, even though they weren't like top notch, the fact that they did some stuff actually on location.
Yeah, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, they're ruining it too much now with all the CGI.
Well, you've only got to look at the original Indiana Jones, and then you look at the most recent ones, like the Dial of fucking Dysentery, or whatever it was called.
Crystal Skull.
Well, they did the Dial of Destiny as well, didn't they? Have you not seen that one?
Oh, I've not seen that one.
I won't bother, mate. Most of that is just green screen. I think it's just because like Harrison Ford couldn't get the green light to fly because he's so old. Well, most of that's green screen. What the hell is that? What is that?
I've just got to subscribe.
What the hell was that?
So every time someone subscribes to my YouTube channel when I'm live, that comes through. Now, nobody heard that other than us because desktop audio is not recorded.
That was wrong. So basically, we just sat here then, and the music just starts coming through the headphones, like just randomly, like a. What even music is it?
It's the yodeling kid.
Right.
They're from Walmart.
No.
All right, okay, yeah, it's done that.
That just really threw me off. So Darren's YouTube channel for his gaming, Obsidian Gaming, just got a subscriber.
Cheers.
Wonderful. Anyway, I've completely lost my train of thought now.
Yeah, my last one anyway is the reveal of RoboCop 2 when they're doing them 2 scenes.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
They were
I
funny.
just pissed my sides laughing. Okay, rating out of 10.
Oh, 3.
3? That's not that bad.
No, I'd probably say about 5.
I've gone for, it was 5.8, but I'm going to knock it down to 5.4.
I've just gone for a straight 5.
Yeah, 5.4.
I don't know how it's got 5.8.
Yeah.
Nostalgia value, maybe.
Probably, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, okay, next up we have the Wall of Fame. Oof. Just like magic. There it is. We have 3 different categories. 1 skip, worth a watch, and must see. Where would you fit this film in?
Definitely not a must see.
No.
I want to say 1 to skip, but
I'm in the middle as well.
I'm in the middle. I'd say it's bordering on worth a watch.
I mean, I won't lie. The first time I watched it, I found it quite entertaining because I wasn't doing my notes or anything. I just stuck it on and started watching it. But then when you start breaking it down, you realise how fucking stupid it is. Then obviously it's probably down towards or 1 to skip. But if you've never seen it before and it's on, it's probably worth a watch.
I'd probably say it's worth a watch. I'd probably just to see the stupidness of it, just to see the
fucking adverts.
Yeah, them adverts alone. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I'd maybe say worth a watch. Worth a watch. Yeah, I wouldn't say skip it. I'd say like maybe just you got nothing else to do, just go and watch it. Just it might give you a laugh.
That it may do.
Aye, so next week, my mate, we got Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Oh.
Got to be in 2 weeks, won't it?
Yeah. Have you ever played the games?
I didn't mind the games. I've already played the first one.
Yeah. I played a bit of the first one.
But then we'll talk about that next time.
Well, so join us next time for Borderlands.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for watching to the end. Please hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Do the usual. You know, you're listening on Spotify. Give us a follow.
Tell your nan.
Tell your nan. Yeah. Tell
We're
that
on
bitch.
Spotify, iTunes, YouTube,
Amazon podcasts, aren't we?
Yeah, Amazon podcasts as well.
Everywhere you get your podcasts, we should be there. If we're not there, then you're using the wrong podcast system.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, well, I've been Eric.
I've been Darren.
Take care, guys. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.